Welcome to 2026 and welcome to the first video of this year. Today is January 1st, 2026. So starting the year off strong, and I really wanted to start this year off with a bang, and that's why I'm making this video right now. So in this video, it's going to be just pretty much a recap of my 2025 year and also a little kind of like update on the last 3 years of solo traveling the world. So it's going to kind of be just a raw talk kind of thing, just to give you kind of like update on my life. So I'm currently here in Da Nang, Vietnam. I just got here a few weeks ago and I absolutely love it so far. And I've been to almost, I think like 28 or 29 countries so far. And I'm always searching for what kind of place I want to be in long term. The closest that I've found so far is definitely Cape Town. I'm definitely a beach person, so I need to be by the ocean, and I love also being by nature at the same time. So I love being by the beach, but also being in a remote beach life environment for a long term is really hard as well. So I kind of go back and forth with like I wanting beach life, not city life, and then I go back to like, all right, I need some modernist for a bit. So that's why I love Da Nang. I found out about Da Nang probably like maybe only like 3 months ago, and it's the perfect balance between beach life, little bit of modern city life, still have nature and hikes around here. So the fitness community, the nomad community, there's so many benefits of just being in a place like this. It's super cheap. So yeah, I this is my actually like my first time traveling in Asia. I went to Thailand for a month before here, and which is crazy just being traveling for 3 years. Usually people start in Asia, but I decided to kind of wait until I don't know, just opportunities kept me in Europe, Central and South America, and Africa, and things like that. So I think everything happens for a reason, and I've always had this calling that I'll end up in Asia long term. So I think it all happened for a reason. And now that I'm over here, I know that I'm probably going to be over here for some time now. So I'm really glad that I explored other parts of the world and just got to experience that first before coming here, because I think if I started here, I wouldn't have left to go to the other parts of the world. So yeah, just finished up 10 months in Africa. Before here, I spent 6 months in Cape Town, and then I spent 4 months in Zanzibar and Tanzania. So yeah, really happy to just be exploring Asia, and yeah, I love Thailand. Really want to go back and explore more in Thailand. Never got the chance to do too much. I spent a lot of time in Bangkok and then a week in Phuket. But yeah, I'm excited to share those stories. But yeah, here in Vietnam for the last couple weeks and just loving it. I'm loving my life. I'm loving a routine. And I finally feel like I can just take a deep breath and just kind of get into a routine. So that's why I created this new series about documenting my life. I'm going to call it the Level Up series. I've accomplished a lot in the last like 3 years, but I think a lot of it was like soul searching, just finding myself, finding out a lot more about myself, spending time with myself, and getting to know myself a lot more. And I finally feel like I'm at a point where I have really got to know myself. I'm really confident in the direction that I'm meant to be going and that I'm planning on going. So I think now is the time to basically focus on other areas of my life and leveling up in those areas. Really being confident in the direction that I'm supposed to be going. And so this Level Up series is to pretty much just document all areas of my life and show the highs, the lows, and inspire anybody to chase their dream life and follow their passion. So if you know me or if you're new here, I'm a full-time travel videographer and content creator. I work with a lot of like hotels, travel brands, and I also have a coaching business at the same time. And my whole goal with travel content is to just tell amazing stories and to document the travel lifestyle. One passion of mine is really storytelling and trying to capture a feeling in a place or environment or a hotel or through the people that you meet while traveling. So that's what I do full time. I create content for brands and hotels. And 3 years ago, if you know my story, I packed up all my things. I booked a one-way ticket out of Canada to basically chase this life that I'm living right now. It was a huge risk. I transitioned from a fitness business that I had for like 8 or 9 years. Um, I didn't know anything about this lifestyle. I didn't know how to create content. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I had no plan. I I basically wanted to start solo traveling to find myself, to get to know myself more. I was always a people pleaser, and I would always like just kind of go with the flow. I still kind of do, but without intention. I used to just kind of listen to other people, what they wanted. I didn't really know what I liked, what I wanted to do. And so that was the whole main reason of solo traveling, basically to make my own decisions, find out what I truly love doing and what places I love to be in, what kind of environments, what kind of work I like to do. And yeah, creating travel content was always a dream, just traveling the world and documenting everything. So once I actually started creating content while I started traveling, and I started learning about like storytelling, how to create videos using a drone, all of that stuff, I fell so in love with everything. I fell in love with it. I ended up learning how to use a camera, learning how to use a drone, and it's led me to where I am today. So my goal is to basically help other people that maybe are in the same situation or that maybe just want to travel the world doing a different type of work, or if you have a different dream that you want to accomplish that you're kind of like afraid to take that risk. That's my whole goal with basically building my personal brand, doing this series, and just documenting my life. I've gone through a lot of struggles, a lot of up and down. I wish I documented it, but looking back at everything, like I just had too much happening to be even focusing on documenting like my life like I want to now, because it is a lot of work. So I think it was meant to happen that way, meant to not to be documented, and it led me to like this moment now. So my goal with like leveling up my life is to be focusing on my health and fitness. Like as I mentioned, I was a fitness coach for like 8 or 9 years, and fitness was my life. I competed in bodybuilding. I two competitions. I coached over 100 clients. I mainly focused on just like longevity, health and fitness, and fat loss. And so my whole life revolved around fitness. So going into this travel lifestyle where your food is very uncontrolled, you can't control the amount of protein that you get. Traveling is very carb loaded, and so the food on the road is just a very, very tough aspect of it. And also with regards to the travel places that I've traveled to, it's been a lot of remote places, so I wouldn't have access to a gym. I wouldn't have access to any workout equipment. I didn't like running at all. So these are just like I had a lot of kind of things that weren't in my favor to basically keep up with the travel lifestyle. Then you have to think about like sleep. I work a lot with hotels, so I'm constantly in different like beds. So my sleeping environment is just constantly changing. The flights, always waking up at different times, all of these factors just like led into my health and wellness just like taking a back burner within my content kind of like career. So that's a whole goal of wanting to just level up in my health and fitness. And when you don't focus on your health and fitness, your mental wellness, that's when it suffers. And everything like I've known this forever, your health is your wealth. And that's a whole reason why I started being a fitness coach many years ago. And I think I had to go through this journey of just focusing on other areas in my personal life to now getting into this position that I'm in now, being able to fully dedicate the time that I need to and that I want to just become the best version of myself in every single area. Business, health and wellness, my mental clarity, all of these areas, I'm finally just in a position where I can put all of my dedication into that because I'm so confident in myself, who I am, and I've done the work personally. So I'm really excited for the next, just this next year, my future, and the next few months because I can tell you I'm going to level up in my life like crazy. And I've done it many times. Like I've said, I've competed in bodybuilding. When you compete in bodybuilding, there's a mindset shift that just like happens because like nothing else kind of like matters. And I've got down to a certain amount of body percentage before, and so I know what it takes to get to the place that I want to get to. I know what it takes to become the person that I want to become. And so in order to do that, I need to really be in an environment where I can actually become the best version of myself. So that's what this is all about. 2025 was a really tough and challenging year for me. I burnt out a lot from traveling too fast. Like I said, I work a lot with hotels, so that requires a lot of like just hopping from hotel to hotel every couple days. I took on too many projects in 2025. I went through a lot of like mental and physical exhaustion. I tried to start this YouTube video, I think like 9 or 10 months ago when I was in Cape Town. I filmed one video and then my camera broke. And that was just like, I was going through a lot more at the time. And that was just like kind of like the tip of the iceberg. I was like so motivated to start this YouTube channel and document my life from then. And then my camera was up on a tripod. The tripod fell on its side, and then my camera broke. So that was a huge kind of negative thing that happened, but everything happens for a reason. And I simply just didn't have the time at the enough time at that time to be fully dedicating it. So I'm glad it happened, and I'm glad I can actually just be in a better mental headspace to make better videos, to document my journey a lot more. So yeah, I had no time or like space to be creating as well. And even though I quit alcohol and I quit drugs, I think just over like 2 years ago now, my health still suffered. So that's another thing. I don't drink anymore. I don't have any desire to. I'll talk more about my fitness goals and just wellness and health lifestyle at this point. I'll do another video on it when I go deeper into just like my fitness goals. But yeah, I don't drink anymore. I don't go out and party. If you're traveling full time, your energy, you really have to think about where you're putting your energy. And if you're constantly like meeting new people all the time and being in new places, if you're drinking on the road, you'll end up drinking like every 3 to 4 nights, or even like you'll meet people for like go out 2 nights, then you'll have maybe 2 nights off, and then you'll go drinking again. So yeah, I had to put a stop to that. But all of that aside, 2025, I hit rock bottom in many different areas of my life. And this is probably another video I'll make going into the whole struggle of 2025. But it was a tough, tough year for me. And I'm so glad that I made it and I bounced back from it. But I do want to talk about my struggles and everything that I went through and the mindset that I had to encounter to get through everything that I went through, because I think it'll help a lot of people, because I know a lot of people will struggle with the same thing or currently struggling with that same thing as well. But looking back at everything that I went through, one thing I really realized is I needed to slow down my travels. I've been hopping from country to country, even just flying from like continent to continent over the last couple of years. It has been crazy. I've had so many projects where I'd be like in Central America, fly to Italy for 2 weeks, back to South America, then for 1 week, and then back to Europe for another couple weeks, and then to Africa. Like it was a lot of hard exhaustion on my body, and I'm so grateful for like everything that I've this lifestyle. Like this is a dream lifestyle. I can't complain at all. But it definitely was just really exhausting mentally and physically. Just going through different time zones, and sleep is a huge factor. Eating, working out, all of that stuff goes on the back burner. So yeah, super grateful for all the opportunities that I did encounter in the last couple years. But yeah, I realized that health and wellness, your health is your main, should be your main priority. When that suffers, every other area around you suffers. And once again, that just ties back to a huge reason why I quit drinking as well. So I had to make a shift. I had to make a decision to just like find a place where I can be in one place for a longer period of time and I can travel out of. It's easily accessible. So that's why I found here. Not saying this is going to be like a forever, say, home base or anything like that. Not at all. But for now, for the next few months, things, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just realized that I need to be in one place, and also just limit the friction of being able to focus on my health and wellness. So like I picked this place, so it's like an active lifestyle. It's next to the beach, next to the water. It's very healthy to be by nature, water, environments like that. And also, I love doing like high rocks style functional training. I found a gym here, which is like literally 2 blocks away from here. So I literally picked this place specifically so that I can remove all of the friction in my lifestyle. Also, it's super cheap to be ordering food here. One thing I don't like cooking, so I love ordering. I can order healthy meals here, and it's super cheap and it's very convenient time sake wise, and I can focus on just like eating healthy and put my time elsewhere while I'm ordering food and things like that. So that was another huge factor of why I picked this place as well. So I needed to just develop a stable routine while I'm here, and that's why just like I fell in love with this place so far. So I had to just like set clear intentions of building the habits that I need, that I know I need to do to become the person that I want to become. Right now, like in my content creator business and my travel creator business, I'm definitely like where I would love to be. Always room to level up in that, but within other areas, I want to become a different person. So I need to develop better habits to become that person. And so that's one thing why, that's another reason why I'm here as well. I want to get into the best mental and physical shape of my entire life. I'll go deeper into my past fitness journey, but if you don't know, when I did used to compete, I used to compete taking steroids, and I almost lost my life at that point. So a huge mental shift ever since that situation has happened is, can I achieve that physique naturally? Can I actually get into good aesthetic and functional shape naturally? Competing really messed with my head. That it's been like so many years ago, probably 6 or 7 years ago now, where I almost died, and I'm still taking on mental side effects from everything that happened for me. Um, yeah, I'm always open about like taking steroids and everything that has happened, and um, yeah, the mental side effects of just thinking and believing in myself is like, can I actually get to a point where I'm happy with my body and the way I look and feel naturally without any supplements, without any steroids, anything that is going to just cause potential long-term damage. So yeah, that's a huge thing that I've kind of like struggled with over the last like 6 or 7 years since that's happened. It's always something playing in the back of my head. But yeah, my goal is to basically do this naturally, and I want to do this like completely naturally. Ever since that point, I've never taken another steroid ever again, and I'm going to get into the best physical and mental shape that I possibly can. And you're going to see in a few months like a whole new side of me, and I'm excited to share that with you. Um, Another goal of mine is just live a calmer and more like intentional like lifestyle, just like slow down and actually enjoy it a lot more than I currently am. I love what I do so much that I take on a lot more, a lot of things. So yeah, I just need to enjoy like the life that I created as well. Like I even said to one of my friends that was here a couple of days ago, it's like a task for me to go to the beach to like lay down and relax, because I just like always want to go out and create content. And yeah, like how crazy is that to even think about a task to go like lay down in the beach? But that's one of my goals to focus on for uh, the next little while I'm here. So yeah, January 1st, I'm ready to start this year off with a bang. What I'll be documenting in this new Level Up series is going to be my travel videographer life. So taking you along any trips that I go on for creating content for any brands, hotels. I actually have one coming up in a few days. Just waiting for the confirmation that I'm excited to. Honestly, it's a dream destination for me. Something that I've been, yeah, it's like a dream come true. To think back of like 3 years ago, this dream or this one trip is like just a check off, like, all right, I completed like literally my dream lifestyle. So yeah, I'm excited to take you on that trip as well. And yeah, I want to be documenting that type of thing, my travel videography, how I create content, how I do all the planning, the whole process, how I also solo travel. So I've been solo traveling for 3 years now, and I love it. It's the best decision I ever made. So I'll be documenting more of that. I'll be documenting my comeback with my fitness and health journey, and then also documenting behind the scenes of building my creator business, Active Creators. So I'll go deeper into this in another video, but I truly love what I do. And so over the last year, over the last 3 years, I've had so many people reach out wanting to live my lifestyle, wanting to know how I do this lifestyle and how I make money, how I get all these brand deals, all of this different thing, all of these different things. And so over the last year, I've been building my Active Creators business where I teach people how to create content and land paid brand deals. So my whole goal with 2026 is to really build a strong creator community. One of the biggest challenges that I face is, since I do solo travel, I don't come across like other creators that are willing to either work together, or just like it's very clicky, or yeah, it's just hard to come across and meet up with other creators while you're solo traveling. I meet a lot of nomads, I meet a lot of travelers, which is amazing. But for me, I love going out and creating content all day, every day. So being surrounded by other creators is a huge kind of like thing that I'm missing in my life, that talk about content creation, that do content creation, that work with brands, that are travel creators, things like that. So my goal is to build a community and connect other creators with each other. And I'm also going to be planning like group trips, creator houses, everything to bring everybody together this year. That's my main thing. And also along with it is teaching people how to basically get started with this, teach how to get paid with it, and work their way up, even though they haven't, say, done content creation before, or they're just getting started, or they create content and they don't know how to make money from it, things like that. I just want to build such a tight, valuable community this year, and that is one of my main goals. But yeah, I'll be documenting the kind of like the building process. Like I said, I've been building it for a year, but I want to document just building it into the kind of big community that I want to make it. And so I want to take you along the journey of documenting my growth, documenting me leveling up to the person, to becoming the person that I want to be, that I know I can be. And yeah, I'm so excited for this year. Like I said, 2025 was definitely one of, if not the most challenging and toughest years of my life. And I really feel like 2026, I have like a fire lit under me of all the things that I know I'm going to accomplish, and all of the things that are just coming into my life that I've created for myself. So yeah, I'm really excited to just bring you along and document everything. And the main thing is to just inspire you to chase your dreams. I've made that decision 3 years ago, and I'm living my dream lifestyle. I'm living my dream life that I had. Like, if I was to die today, I'd be happy with everything that I'm currently doing or that I've done. And I know my life is just going to get even more exciting, and so many more opportunities. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. But I want you to think about any goals that you have. I remember my old boss. I had a boss when I transitioned from my fitness career into this travel. There was like 6 months of a kind of figuring out what I wanted to focus on. And that old boss, we were talking about like becoming a travel content creator and YouTuber, or just like making travel content. And he said it was impossible. And I remember that moment when he said it was impossible. And that's basically telling me like my dream is impossible. And I wish I could like talk to that person now and just be like, hey, look at me. Because I had the belief in myself and I bet on myself to be able to make this kind of lifestyle happen. Look at me now, type of thing. And so if you have anybody in your circle, in your life, whoever it is that is telling you that what you want to accomplish is not possible and that you shouldn't do it, I'm going to be that person to say the opposite. I want to help inspire you to just live your dream life. Like, life is short, and yeah, take the risks, bet on yourself, and become the person that you truly just want to become and know you can become. So that's it for this video. Really excited to bring you along this journey. And the next video, I'm going to talk about my 2026 goals and going into every aspect of my life, and also just how I plan to basically roll out my strategy to accomplishing my goals. So hope you enjoyed this little kind of like raw talk, catch up, life update, but hope you have an amazing New Year's, and I'm excited for 2026 for both myself and you. So I'll see you in the next video.